Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Um, it's really 48 hours before we head out to Sun Princess. So I'm just really excited, and I thought I'd get join you today and go over some. Whoops, sorry. Going to get you let you know what we're planning and what to look forward to as we venture onto the Sun Princess. We will board in a couple of days. But before I go on, I really wanted to address a couple of things. Particular, during our live last week, we talked about the possibility of some Mexican tax, and about the tax for cruisers who enter. Actually, not even cruisers. Anybody who enters as a tourist in Mexico. The bill had passed the lower house and is headed to the next chamber. We did get a question from someone saying, would it be every time you entered Mexico? And it's a very good question. So I did some research. Um, I that has not been discussed, but during the research and during the articles that I read, there's been a lot of opposition coming down. If you go over to I don't know if you know, I write a blog every week on our website. So it's venerablevoyagerstravel.com. You'll see it on the front page. You'll see a blog, and in there it'll talk about the Mexico tax. And I quote the source, and you can even click on the article that I've read to give you some more information. Um, as soon as we know more, we'll let you know. This will take effect in 2026. However, there is something that's coming in 2025, and it is for a region within Mexico that encompasses Cozumel, um, Costa Maya, and another region and another port. And they're charging, and they will be charging $3 per person every time you enter those ports. So keep that in mind. If you are on a cruise for 2026, you are going to Costa Maya or you're going to Cozumel. And I'm sorry, forgive me, but there's one other port and I can't remember it. It's in the blog, it tells you some more. You will be encountering these fees, which you're going to be passed, they'll be passed on to you. Remember, the cruises say taxes and fees. That's one of the fees that's going to be added in. The article is very good about explaining about how expensive this is really going to make and how, you know what, the cruise lines are just not going to be cost effective. So instead of maybe having two Mexican ports on a Caribbean cruise, you may only get one. Or they may bypass it completely. So I'll keep a heads up. Go to the blog, go to our website every week. I try to post on a Monday or a Tuesday for the week. And you can there's some information there already, but I post a blog every week about travel news and just some more additional information. So I thought I'd take a minute and before we talk about this cruise to just kind of talk about why we do this channel and what was our purpose and our main idea of doing the channel from the very beginning. We're novices, so to cruising, and we thought, well, what better way to tell our story and show you who are also novices. Um, I'm not one of those people that has to have every minute of my day planned out, every day planned out. But I do like to know the lay of the land. I do like to know how I should prepare, what should be how we cruise. You know, when I go to embark, what does that mean? How do you embark if you're in Seattle? How do you embark if you're in Miami? Do you embark if you're in Fort Lauderdale? So that's why we do those embarkation videos. And then what is the experience on the cruise? We try not to do absolutely everything on the cruise. We cruise very differently. We cruise to relax, we cruise to enrich our minds. But we want you to get an understanding of what it's like life on board. But we are foodies. We love our food and we love trying different things. So you're going to get a lot of food videos, like with the Virgin Voyage that we just took. You have a food video on gumbe and pink agave, and I just dropped yesterday another video on the test kitchen and the wake. And I have one more video to do, and hopefully I'll get that done tonight. Um, but we're getting really close to leaving, so we're going to try. And that will be on the Extra Virgin, which is their Italian restaurant, and the Gallery, which is the equivalent to what others would call a buffet, but this really isn't. I think the closest thing would be what's on the Prima on NCL. So very, very similar to that. So heavy on the food because we really enjoyed it, but it'd be heavy on things that we do for each cruise. Like if you go to our Regent cruise, very excursion. We even finished half the excursions that we did. Um, and we wanted to explain what the experience was like on Regent. We're going to tell you the good, and we're going to tell you the bad, and we're going to tell you the ugly. I think we've proven, like for instance, Regent comes to mind because it's probably one of my. For me, it's different for Rich, but for me, it's one of the cruises that I really did not enjoy, and didn't enjoy it not because of it was a very lovely cruise in the beginning, but what happened with Rich getting food poisoning, how it was handled, and then the corporate response really bothered me. So as a travel agent now, I have to say if somebody comes to me and said, "Hey, what do you think about going on Regent?" I'm going to be real honest and say I can't trust them to provide you what they say they're going to. However, if you want to talk about Virgin Voyages, I can say that with most certainty. If this is what you like, this is how you want to travel, you're going to have a great experience. You're going to enjoy it. If you um, ask me about Holland America, I'm going to be honest and say you're going to have a great time. Look at our video. So going on Princess, we're approaching Sun Princess the same way that we've approached Holland America, Regent, and Virgin Voyages, and MSC, because that was an experience of itself for us. So going into the Sun Princess, I know there is so much controversy with this ship. I just watched another YouTube seasoned vet, him and his wife say the same thing. We've heard the negatives, we've heard the positives. I haven't experienced it, so I'm not going in with any preconceived notions. The other thing is, this is our first Princess cruise. I have no other baggage with us. We have no knowledge of what it's like before Sun Princess. So this is going to be our straight, this is how we experienced it. The other new thing for this is that we're also going to be bringing our daughter, which would be another out of the box thing for us. Normally, Rich and I travel by ourselves. Now we're bringing our adult daughter. What's that going to be like? Is she going to enjoy herself? Am I going to be really stressed if she doesn't enjoy herself? There's all these elements. But we're going to approach those videos from there. We're going to tell you what our experiences were like, and we're going to tell you if we liked something or we didn't. Now, leading up to the cruise, there's paperwork, there's apps to do, there's all the prep that you have to do. Now, we've been on Holland America, we've been on MSC, we've been on Regent, and we've been on Virgin Voyages. Okay. So now I have Princess and the app. They've been having a little bit of a snafu because I completed all of our paperwork, all of our onboarding. We've gotten our luggage tags. I've downloaded everything from there. And, this is my folder for traveling, and it's starting to get full. I ordered our medallions, and we did order wristbands too. So when we ordered the wristbands, they said, due to the shipping of the wristbands, your medallion will have to be at the port. So you're going to be blue laned. Okay. Now I know that that's like tragic to some people because you want to be green lane and you want to bypass all that. I have yet to be on a ship, even with MSC, as many people we had on there, that it was a problem. But the app keeps telling me that I didn't order our medallions, but I have a receipt. So I have the receipt too in here just in case. So there's some work to be done with the app. The other thing that's been frustrating is normally by now, we're about 48 hours before we step on board. There's a little list of ship activities, not in great detail because that happens when you get on the ship, but mine just still says, this is your dinner reservations and this is when you need to embark, and these are the ports that you're going to go on. So I to get more information, I'm going to give you an idea, and that is to go on Facebook, search groups, and put your ship name and the dates that you're traveling and join the group. So I did that about 2 months ago, and I have gotten so much information from this group of seasoned vets that are traveling. I've also seen the woes from those who things haven't been going very smoothly. But the great thing about it is there's a meetup that we can do. We can do a slot pull. We can do a dirty Santa game. They're doing a lot of things. But we took this cruise because we're joining a group. Someone is going, and I'm not going to give out information. We're doing someone's group tour, and I had hoped before this week that we would have gotten information about what we're doing as a group. We did this, Rich and I, because we're like, hey, this person is the best. Let's do it. Let's check it out. Let's see what they do. Give us some ideas when we hold our groups. We didn't get any information leading up to what's going on until I happened to be searching through YouTube, putting up a video of ours, and I found, oh, there was a video. And last minute, Princess didn't follow through. But anyway, we got some information. My gut reaction was, it's kind of odd because normally when I do group travel, when I did it for corporate world, I always stayed in touch. Like when I did events, conferences, I always stayed in touch with those that were registered and said, hey, it's coming. We're getting there. Look out for this, look out for that. Oh, here's a tip or two that you may want to do. And we've gotten nothing. So, little odd, but inside the Facebook group, there's several people that are on this group that we're going in also, and they voiced some concerns too. So it's like, okay, it's just, it is what it is. So when we do these cruises, we're doing these cruises with not to ding the ship, not to ding the cruise line. We really want you to show you what our experience is. Is your experience going to be the same as ours? No, it's not going to be. Our experience is going to be our experience. Your experience is going to be yours. But it's with what level of confidence can I, as a travel agent, say to you, yeah, this is a great line. This is a good ship. This is that's how we approach these. So with that all being said, what can you look forward to? What are we going to be doing on Sun Princess? So it's going to start off. I don't know about you guys, but the day that, like, when you start packing, is your house like completely chaos? Right now, my house is completely chaos, and I only have my stuff out, and I haven't even done Rich's yet. So I will give you, like I did before, just a brief packing video. Not so much the act of packing, but what we're packing, because this is different. We have 2 gala nights on this cruise. So that means dressies. And as well as we're going to Caribbean. So there's going to be that warm weather day wear stuff, and just little tools that we use, little packing things, like, for instance, this is where we put all our cables and whatnot. So I'll show you some of those things. So I'm going to do a quick packing, not long at all. And then we're going to try to do a couple of lives or a live on the ship where we're supposed to be having really good internet. So I'm looking forward to maybe being able to do a quick live with you guys of, life on board. Especially we have a sea day the first day, but coming back, the last 2 days are sea days. So should have some time to be able to do some of that and get you, show you things on board. I'm really looking forward to showing you what it's like in Cozumel with 7 different ships in port. So Rich and our daughter will be going on an excursion that day. I'm not. I'm intentionally staying behind so that I can film from the ship what it looks like in port. And then he's going to give us, explain to us what it was like to try to find an excursion. The good thing that Princess has done with that day is that we are one of the last ships to get in port. So by the time we get there around 9, all the other ships will have been there for 2 hours. So all those people will be on their excursions. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Rich and our daughter have a really good excursion that day. The weather doesn't look really great for our first stop in Rotan, and that's when Rich and I are supposed to be going doing some Mayan temple things. So I've got weather stuff to pack too on top of that. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and it's Venerable Voyagers on Instagram and Venerable Voyagers Travel on Facebook, because we will be posting a lot of things there. I will be doing quick reels on Instagram on things that are unique, things that are different. I'm so excited because it's a Christmas and the ship is decked out in Christmas. So if you are like me and you love Christmas, hey, look, I worked for like 24 hours to get the tree up and get some Christmas decorations so that when we got home on the later next week, we'll be able to enjoy Christmas and I don't have to be going crazy just before the holidays. So we will be doing specialty dining. So look for those videos. We have booked all but one, with 3. We're not doing Spellbound. It's out of our league. We're not going to be doing Love Brito at all. Especially with our dog, it's kind of weird. But and hopefully Ume Tapanyaki, there's no reservations. So I'm going to be rushing to get those reservations when we get to port because Rich and Miranda, our daughter, really, 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 really want to do that. So we'll make sure that they get that done. And then we'll videotape what we can. Rich will doing his ship tour, and we'll be getting that out. And anything unique or about the ship, we're going to focus on it. We're going to show you. We're going to do that comparison. What is it like? We're going to go to a couple of shows that we can get in. Just really experience, this is a ship, a cruise for us that we want to enjoy as a family. So we're going to approach it as a family and hopefully give you some really good intel on what that's like. So I'm really, really looking forward to doing that. Anybody have any tips about being on Princess? All transparency, we're going in using the Premier package. So soup to nuts. So we're going to show you what you really get with the Premier. Yes, it's costly, but we're going to see if that dollar value is there. And then Rich will do a price comparison to see if it is. So we're doing it for you so you don't have to. And we're going to let you know what it's like. I might even go into the casino, which I never do, but I might just do that just to see if it's fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in our plans right now. After that, we're looking when we get back at finalizing the first 3 months of the year. We've narrowed it down to 3 cruises and 3 cruise lines, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do here. But also, finally, when we get back, we will do what was our opinion of the cruise, and we're gonna do it in a live, because here's the cool thing: we get back on the 14th. That is when we're supposed to be doing our Saturday Night Live. So there might be a comedy show that day. You're going to get our honest opinions of what our cruise was like, fresh. I know it's going to be after a 3-hour drive back home, but that's okay. It'll be giving us time to really start formulate our opinions. And then the fun thing is the next day, I literally get up and drive to Port Canaveral, where I've been allowed to go do a ship tour of the Caribbean Princess, which is a new winter home for her. So I will be doing that, which is vastly different than what I've just been on Sun Princess. So I'll be bringing that to you in the weeks that follow too. So it's pretty busy for the next couple of weeks. I hope you guys have a really great week. We will keep you updated. Again, keep your notifications on. We'll drop videos as fast as I can if I can get through with good internet service. We'll drop the embarkation that night or the next day. So you look forward to that. And then throughout the week, we'll be doing reels, and maybe if something is great, I'll create a video real quick and we'll send that out to you. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. Let me know if you have any questions. Drop them in the comments. I do respond to them. And have a great week and enjoy the holiday season. And with that, I'll say we'll see you guys on the flip side, or we'll see you from the Caribbean. Bye, guys.